Ireland. A land of rolling green hills, misty mornings, and centuries of rich history. But beneath its picturesque beauty lies a story of conflict, division, and a troubled relationship with its neighbor, England. Today, we're diving into a crucial chapter of Irish history, a time when Ireland was a near completely Catholic country, and the power struggle between English rulers and the Irish people created a series of tensions that shaped the future of the island. In the early 1500s, England was under the rule of Henry VIII, a man known for his drastic decisions, not just for his 6 wives, but for his impact on Ireland. In fact, Henry VIII's ambition went far beyond England. In 1541, he declared himself the King of Ireland, a move that would set the stage for centuries of conflict. Before English kings like Henry VIII came along, English influence in Ireland was limited to a small area around Dublin called the Pale. This was the heart of English control. But outside this zone, local Irish lords ruled their own lands and maintained a strong sense of independence. But Henry VIII sought more. He wanted to extend English control across the entire island, and by 1541, that's exactly what he did. English laws were imposed, and local Irish leaders were expected to obey English authorities. Fast forward to the late 16th century, England was under the reign of Queen Elizabeth I. Ireland, still largely Catholic, felt the pressures of Protestant rule from across the Irish Sea, and naturally, it didn't take kindly to it. Elizabeth's rule was anything but peaceful, and the Irish people resisted the Protestant Reformation sweeping across England. The response from the English government was harsh, and rebellions erupted throughout Ireland. But one of the most significant changes came not from military force, but from a change in settlement. In the north, a series of dramatic events unfolded. English rulers, hoping to solidify their control and weaken Irish power, began a process known as the Plantation of Ulster. What was this plantation? Well, imagine a foreign government bringing in its own settlers, displacing the original inhabitants, and forcing them to adopt new ways. To solidify their hold, the English encouraged Scottish Protestants to settle in the northern province of Ulster. These settlers came primarily from southwest Scotland and were given land previously owned by Catholic Irish landowners. This wasn't just a simple settlement. No, this was a plan. A strategy to populate the region with English and Scottish Protestants and, by extension, weaken the Catholic hold over Ireland. Over time, this plantation would divide the people of Ireland into 2 distinct groups, Catholics and Protestants, a divide that would continue for centuries. James I, who succeeded Elizabeth I, didn't stop at Ulster. He carried forward the plantation policy, expanding it into other parts of Ireland. By distributing land to English companies and settlers, James hoped to make Protestantism the dominant faith and secure English control. But as history often shows, control isn't that easy to maintain. The displaced Irish landowners, furious at the loss of their homes and lands, began to resist. What followed were more rebellions, more wars, and more bloodshed. Fast forward to today, and the legacy of these events still echoes through Ireland's history. The plantations created a deep divide that would later erupt in the Troubles of the 20th century. And even today, the north-south tensions remain a defining part of Ireland's identity. So let's recap. Henry VIII declared himself King of Ireland, pushing English control further into the island. Elizabeth I and James I then intensified this control, leading to the Protestant Plantation of Ulster, which displaced Catholic landowners and laid the groundwork for centuries of conflict. These plantations, weren't just about land. They were about identity, religion, and the struggle for control. And in many ways, they're at the root of the complex and sometimes violent relationship between Ireland, England, and even Scotland. Today, when we look at the rich history of Ireland, it's impossible to ignore the long-lasting effects of these decisions. The Irish people have fought, resisted, and rebuilt their country time and time again. From the rise of Irish nationalism to the eventual independence of the Republic of Ireland, the story of this island is far from over. But despite centuries of division, Ireland today stands as a testament to resilience. A place where the past, though never forgotten, no longer dictates the future. A place where old wounds, though still felt, have made way for a new, unified Ireland. Ireland, a land of beauty, conflict, and reconciliation. Its history has shaped who it is today, and understanding that history is key to understanding the future. Thank you for joining me on this journey through Ireland's past. If you enjoyed this deep dive into history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. Until next time, stay curious.